That's a cardinal. There's a bird in my garden. There it goes. The birds have been eating my strawberries. So today I want to talk to you about beans. So I have a few different kinds of beans growing in my garden. And I thought we would just walk around this morning and look at what I've got going and invite any questions you have about beans. So let's go check it out. So I'd like to start here because these are just stunning right now. These are purple whole peas. And the funny thing about it is someone gave me, I harvested some seeds from someone's plant in probably 2015. And I've been just growing a few plants every year and keeping my own seeds. But seeds are really amazing. So look at these. I love their little cowpea looking flowers. We're gonna get closer. I'm glad I have them next to the fence because they're really starting to go wild. So let's get a closer look, and then I have some down further that are further along in their grow cycle. And the birds are happy this morning. So here's the beautiful flower. See if it's focused, hopefully. And then there's the pods, and I love the way they shoot out the pods. It's so cool. So let's walk down and look at the other set that I have growing. And it just becomes too much when I make a whole garden video, so I'm trying to break this up. But this is just my favorite time of year. It is towards the end of June, and everything in the garden is just finally putting out, so it's beautiful. So right here are some more purple whole peas, black-eyed peas. I think they're the same, but I could be wrong. But this one is almost ready to pick, and oops, did that one fall off? So I'm actually just gonna pull one of these off that's ready, and we're gonna open it up because you can eat these fresh. But I usually just go ahead and let them dry on the plant, which is what I do with most of my, oh, that might not be ready. What I do with most of my beans is let them dry on the plant, yeah. So these are fresh and they're not quite ready. Let's see. There it is. So those need a little bit longer, but you can eat them fresh like that. You can cook them, or you can let them dry and then, rehydrate them. So yeah, that's that. I'm just gonna let that stay right Bean there. Number 2 is the black bean. So these, I do let them dry on the pod, and I have a whole video about that, which I will link for you to see how they look when they're ready and when to harvest them. But they like to climb, and they are very prolific with beans. So let's get in here and look at them. This is my first batch that I'm growing. And the only problem is when they're on the ground like this, when they start to dry, sometimes they get kind of rotten. And they'll get little things growing on them. But we're going to go ahead and open one of these just for fun. It's a little harder to open. But there they are. I scraped one of them. Those are almost hard. Oh, no, they're not. So if it's my belief that you could go ahead and eat them, pick these now and cook some. But like I said, I just let them dry because it's so much easier to keep them. You don't have to can them or preserve them. You just dry them and put them somewhere. Put them in a jar. There's some more. Look at all those. So this one's kind of leaning over. This one is climbing up, which is great. That was my idea for this, was to have them grab onto this. I guess this one just went the other way. There's a lot. Oh, there's some that are ready in here. So this one's almost dried out. It's getting crispy. So I'm probably going to come through and get some of these before they get moldy like they usually do. But these ones are pretty much ready. So I'll come through and get some of those. And I actually started some more black beans. Let's walk over here. I'm really trying to walk slower because I think it's a little crazy. So along the fence here, I've started some more black beans. So hopefully they will climb the fence. I've got one that's a little further along than the others. And you can see the purple flowers. That's how you know it's a black bean. This one needs to stand up, little buddy. So I've got these all around the fence here. Yay. All right, next bean. All right, so these here are my green beans. And I need to come pick these this morning too. I've got some garden chores to do this morning. But that's okay, I love it. So these are on their final leg, I think. They're starting to kind of turn colors. But as you can see, there's still flowers. So they might be putting out more beans. The thing with green beans, I also have a video all about green beans, which I will link for you. You got to pick them a lot. Every 2 days is when I harvest mine. And this is just about 12 plants. So I'm going to come out and get some of these today. Easy to grow. These are the bush variety. I should have planted them closer and thicker because they kind of like to grab onto each other. Alright, so we're walking back over here. And right here I've started a second round of the green beans so I can get another harvest. This is a giant kale that I need to go ahead and cut out today because the seed pods are, I have plenty of seed pods. I can cut this and hang it and dry it. It is really pretty. It's hard to cut it, and if I do cut it, I'll just cut it at the base and leave the root in the ground. I'm not going to rip it out. But I think it's ready. I think I have literally right here enough seeds for next year. So, but this is just so pretty. I mean, the bees love it, so I might keep it. We'll see. And then here I have my second round of lima beans. Also not planted thick enough because they do like to reach out. And let's go look at my first batch of lima beans. So I don't have a lot of these growing. It's interesting to see that they also kind of need something to grab onto. They're just kind of flailing about on the ground. But here's the seed pod that's drying. And the beans are ready to dry and they're ready to take. So again, I need to come get these. Listen to that. But I just love beans because they're so easy to grow. And other than the green beans, you do have to do something with your green beans. And I've been freezing them. I need to learn how to can my green beans. But they're just so neat. I don't have any problems with pests with those. And yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And of course, beans are nitrogen fixers. So they're good for your soil. And good for the rest of your garden. So alright, I hope you enjoy this video about beans, and I guess I will catch you in the next one. Happy growing, stay happy, and keep growing. Alright guys, bye.